Madam Clerk,
Thank you, Mayor. Board of Commissioners, public meeting, Tuesday, March 7, 2023. The time is now 7:05. Pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting was published in the December 8, 2022 issues of the Nutley Sun, the Herald News, and the Star Ledger. A copy of this notice has been posted on the Nutley Town Hall Bulletin Board, and a copy is on file in the municipal clerk's office. Commissioner Kelly,
present.
Commissioner Evans,
Here.
Commissioner Petracca,
Here.
Commissioner Tucci,
Here.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Here, minutes, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. We have regular meeting minutes of January 17, 2023, and February 7th of 2023.
Move it. Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. See, we have a number of correspondence. Go to it, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. We have an event application submitted by for the 102nd Memorial Day Parade for Monday, May 29, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Nutley Park Oval down to Chestnut Street to Passaic Ave to Center Street and finishing off on Franklin Avenue. We have an event application from Your Kind of Cuts Barbershop, Easter Fun with Easter Bunny and Friends for Sunday, March 26, 2023, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Center Street between Franklin Ave and Rabine Ave. We have an event application from Holy Family Church for Palm Sunday Religious Procession for Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, from 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., starting at 174 Franklin Avenue and ending at 28 Brookline Avenue. We have an event application from the Department of Public Affairs for Paws in the Park event for Sunday, April 23rd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a rain date of April 30th, 2023 at Kingsland Park. An event application for Nutley Chamber of Commerce for their 22nd annual Nutley Chamber 5K Race and Kids Fun Run on Sunday, May 7, 2023, from 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., starting and ending at the Nutley High School Park Oval. We have two applications for the Van Riper. One is an event application. The other one is a social affair permit for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023, from 12 to 5 p.m. with a rain date of Saturday, April 29, 2023. And the location will be 491 River Road. And the last one is a social affair permit application for the Nutley Family Service Bureau Night at the Races fundraiser on Saturday, April 22nd, 2023, from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at 44 Park Avenue. I need a motion.
Move it all. Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
And that's it for communications.
Let's move on to reports. Commissioner Evans.
Thank you. I have a code enforcement report for the month of January.
Commissioner Tucci.
Yes, Mayor, I have a shade tree report for the month of February.
Bills, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. We have the bill list for March 7, 2023. Public Affairs, $70,391.30. Revenue and Finance, $2,750,986.11. Public Safety, $40,492.69. Public Works, $185,773.44. Parks and Public Property, $867,896.96. Water Utility, $34,734.32. Payroll as of Friday, February 17, 2023. Regular payroll total, $996,815.83. Overtime payroll, $31,777.24. Total payroll, $1,028,593.07 for a grand total of $4,978,867.89.
Move the bills.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
That's it for bills, Mayor.
Let's move to public comment on agenda items only. Anybody want to address the Board of Commissioners on agenda items only? Seeing none, let's move on to Board of Commissioner announcements. Commissioners,
Mayor, thank you. First, I'd just like to congratulate Commissioner Petracco on the engagement of his son Vincent, who's one of the finest young men I've ever met in my life. So congratulations out to you and your family.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And on a not so happy note, I'd like to extend condolences to the O'Mara family. Colleen O'Mara, who was a lifelong Nutley resident, passed away rather suddenly after a not so long illness. So our condolences to the O'Mara family. Thank you, Mayor.
Travis?
Another-
Commissioner Petracco? Commissioner Kelly?
I just wanted to make an announcement about our COVID clinics. Going forward, we're going to move away from a standalone COVID clinic, and the COVID shot or booster shot would be available through some of our various other clinics during those time periods. Be on the lookout for more information on that. And this Saturday, we're going to have a Pi Day celebration event at the Public Affairs and Health Department. Be on the lookout for more information for that. If the weather is not permitting, we'll have a rain date of Sunday, March 19th. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Congratulations, Commissioner Petracco. It's good you have all boys and not girls.
I don't know about that, Mayor, but thank you anyway.
Ask Commissioner Tucci about that.
It's a different world today.
Either way, they stay on the payroll.
Yes.
They never leave.
Let's move on to ordinance introductions. Commissioner Petracco.
Yes, I have ordinance number 3511, an ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of Township of Nutley and the County of Essex dissolving the Nutley Volunteer Emergency and Rescue Squad and repealing Part 1 administratively legislation, Chapter 60, First Aid Squad of the Township of Nutley. Whereas the Nutley Volunteer Emergency Rescue Squad NERVS has proudly served the residents of the Township of Nutley since 1953, and whereas in around 2020, NERVS became unable to continue rendering emergencies medical services to the township and its residents, which function was assumed by the Township Department of Public Safety. And whereas NERVS has formally wound up its operations and business and has transferred its assets to the township, and whereas by vote of the Board of Trustees, NERVS dissolved itself as a business entity on December 31st, 2022. Whereas pursuant to Section 60-8 of the Township Clerk Code, NERVS may be dissolved at any time by the Board of Commissioners by adopting an ordinance to that effect. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Board of Commissioners, Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, being the governing body thereof as follows. Section 1, Nutley Volunteer Emergency and Rescue Squad be hereby dissolved. 2, Part 1, Administrative Legislation, Chapter 60, First Aid Squad of the Township Code be and hereby is repealed. Section 3, all the ordinances in conflict or inconsistent with this ordinance are hereby repealed to the event of such conflict or inconsistency. Section 4 should be a section, paragraph, sentence, clause, or phrase of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid by any reason. The remaining portions of this ordinance shall not be affected thereby and shall remain in full force and effect. And to this end, the provisions of this ordinance hereby declared to be servable. Section 5, the ordinance shall take effect upon its final passage and publication in accordance with applicable law. I move that this ordinance be passed to its second reading and advertised in the Nutley Sun together with notice required by law, and after further consideration of said ordinance for final passage by the Board of Commissioners be held at its second reading on
April 4th.
April 4th. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
Before I move it, I just want to say that the volunteers of Nutley Rescue Squad through the years that I've been here were excellent. And it's with a heavy heart that I read this ordinance. However, with moving forward, I think that the fire department's doing an excellent job. It's happening all over the state. So, to the people that serve the squad, if they're here, or I'm sure they're in heaven, my hat's off to you and we salute you for your volunteerism through the years. I move it.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Before I vote, I just want to echo Commissioner Petracco's sentiment. I want to thank the Nutley Rescue Squad for 70 years of dedicated service to the town. And I want to thank all the volunteers who selflessly serve this township. And I'll echo these sentiments when it comes up for the second reading on April. Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye, I'll reserve my comments when we actually vote on it.
Commissioner Petracca,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Let's move on to resolutions. Commissioner Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. I have one on for this evening. We previously recognized March as Women's History Month at the last meeting in February. I have another resolution on for tonight to recognize March as National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This is resolution number 7223. Whereas millions of Americans have grown up with severe physical or mental impairments that have slowed their learning, limited their mobility, and inhibited their expression and rendered them dependent on others for care and assistance. And whereas many of those people with developmental disabilities, there is now the prospect of a brighter future and greater opportunities afforded to them. Americans are becoming increasingly aware that such disabilities need not keep individuals from realizing their full potential in school, at work, or at home as members of their families and of their communities. Whereas new opportunities have been created through the efforts of those with developmental disabilities and their family members, along with professionals and officials at all levels of government. Working together, they have brought about significant changes in the public perception of young people and adults with developmental disabilities, opening new doors to independent and productive lives. Whereas the United States Congress, by Public Law 99-483, has designated the month of March 2023 as National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and therefore it be resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, recognizes March 2023 as National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month and urges all residents of the Township of Nutley to join them in recognizing our fellow citizens with such disabilities with both encouragement and opportunities necessary to lead productive lives and to achieve their full potential. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye,
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Evans.
thank you, Mayor. Whereas the Township of Nutley has a need to acquire specialized professional services for the purposes of completing a comprehensive water rate study as a non-fair and open professional service pursuant to NJSA 1944A and 20.5. Whereas water rate study is intended to identify the true cost to deliver water to the different users and establish an appropriate rate schedule for the next 5 years. Whereas Nizavachi LLP, certified public accountants at 200 Valley Road, Suite 300, Mount Arlington, New Jersey, has the requisite specialized knowledge and experience to provide this service and has submitted a proposal for such service not to exceed $12,000. Whereas Nizavachi has completed and submitted the business entity disclosure certification, which certifies that they have not made any disqualifying reportable contributions to a political or candidate committee in the Township of Nutley in the previous 1 year, and that the contract will prohibit them from making any reportable contributions through the term of the contract. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley that in accordance with local public contract law, the board hereby authorizes and approves a contract with Nizavachi LLP, certified public accountants and consultants, to complete a comprehensive water rate study at a cost and contracted amount not to exceed $12,000. Be it further resolved that the Chief Financial Officer has executed a certification of funds for the contract and that sufficient funds are available from account 301-226-205 for said contract, subject to the adoption of the 23 municipal budget. Be it further resolved that the mayor and clerk are hereby authorized and directed to execute, seal, and deliver said contract for professional services on behalf of and in the name of the township. And be it further resolved that the business disclosure, entity certification, and business entity disclosure of campaign contributions shall be placed on file with this resolution. And finally, be resolved that a copy of this resolution shall be published as required by law within 10 days of its passage. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the treasurer is hereby authorized to refund overpayments of tax charges in the amount of $13,016.34 for the blocks and lots listed in the resolution. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the treasurer is hereby authorized to refund overpayments of water charges in the amount of $4,948 per block 2602, lot 19. So moved.
A lot of water. Second.
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Thank
Mayor.
you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner Petracca, and thank you, Commissioner Tucci.
Our pleasure, Mayor.
Whereas raffle application has been received from the following organizations. Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, license number 2123, on-premise 50/50 cash raffle. License number 2223, on-premise merchandise raffle, both to be held Friday, September 15, 2023. Whereas the application has been reviewed and approved by the municipal clerk and the police department. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners Township of Nutley County of Essex State of New Jersey that the aforementioned licenses are hereby approved and the municipal clerk is authorized to issue said license. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
All right, whereas the Township of Nutley has a need to acquire the services of an independent professional planning expert to assist the mayor and board of commissioners with the preparation of a master plan, reexamination report, and assist in zoning ordinance revisions to be retained on a non-fair and open basis pursuant to provisions of NJSA 40A11-5. And whereas Paul Ricky of Ricky Planning, 117 Monmouth Avenue, Atlantic Heights, New Jersey, possesses the requisite education, experience, and licensure to provide the services at a cost of $135 per hour, not to exceed $8,100. And whereas the anticipated term of the contract is April 1st, 2022 through March 31st, 2023. And whereas the funds are available from account number 3-01015205 and will be certified by the chief financial officer, subject to the adoption of the 2023 municipal budget, said certification be attached to the resolution. And whereas Paul Ricky of Ricky Planning has completed and submitted a business entity disclosure certificate, which certifies they have not made any reportable contributions to a political candidate or committee in the Township of Nutley in the previous 1 year, and that the contract will prohibit them from making any reportable contributions to the term of the contract. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Commissioners Township of Nutley County of Essex State of New Jersey authorizes to enter into a contract on a non-fair and open basis according with NJSA 40A:11-5 with Ricky Plan to prepare a master plan, reexamination report, and assist in the zoning ordinance revisions, and be it further resolved that this notice of this action should be printed in Nutley Center in accordance with the requirements of NJSA 40A:11-5. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. That concludes the business portion of our meeting. I know we need to go into executive session for a number of issues to include Mr. Bruno,
Personnel, contract negotiations, litigation.
all of the above. Madam Clerk?
We need a motion.
Move it.
Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body is of the opinion that such circumstances exist, and whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in the County of Essex and State of New Jersey desires to proceed to close executive session. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley move into close executive session to discuss litigation, contract negotiations, and personnel. Be it further resolved that at the time when such discussions may be disclosed to the public shall be when and such disclosures may be made without adversely affecting the Township of Nutley pending and or anticipated legal, personnel, contractual matters, and other matters within the exceptions provided for by statute. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Good night, everybody. Oh, we need a motion to adjourn. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Hold on. I need a motion.
Move it.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca. Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
The
Good night, everybody.
time is 7:24.